Control measure. There are many different types of control measures that require designing, implementing, and of course maintaining. Orders of control measures priority as follows: eliminations or avoidance of hazard at source. This means don't do what you are intending to do. In reality, this is difficult to achieve in the working place. However, it must be considered in certain circumstances. Substitutions of hazard at source. This means to substitute for the less hazardous process or substance. Placing guard of some kinds or guarding moving parts of machinery. Attack proof. Glass in a bank. This is an example. Remove employee from the hazards. In a noisy environment, place the employee in the soundproof work area. Reduce the exposure of the employees from the risk. In a noisy environment, reducing the time that employees is exposed to the high noise level is control measure. Produce a safe method of working, safe system, safe procedures that is known to the employee and can be followed by him. When erecting tower system, for instance, or administrating mitigation, ensure an adequate, suitable level of supervision. Close supervision is sometimes required for complex, high-risk activities or where there is an employees are inexperienced, young, require training. Training. Employees require safety training commensurate with their work activities. Make safety rules or issue restrictions. Ensure that employees are aware of their rules and they are able to follow them. Be prepared to consider disciplinary actions. Issue personal protective equipment, hard and palm hat, boots, gloves, knee pads, safety goggles, and ear defenders. This is really should be the last resort, and where the risk cannot adequately be controlled by other means, which means PPE is the last level for protecting the employees. You should have further procedures to prevent or to control the hazard. Health and safety information, whether it is internally or externally. Internal source of occupational safety health information can be found from accidents, ill and absence data, safety audits, statutory inspections, investigation report, discussions with the employees, maintenance record, legislations. While external source of information include manufacturer data, legislation such as Act and regulations, for example, European Safety Agency, NEPOSH Board, OSHA, Trade Association, or any other occupational safety international bodies. Safety system. Safe system of work is analysis of task or process which considers hazards likely to be presented and details the precautions necessary to avoid or minimize the risk to the health of the individuals. A competent person will be developed a safe system. A competent person. This is the person who could develop the system of work and will spend time in search. Employee participation in developing the safe system is to be encouraged, and in some circumstances required. In another step, safe system of work to prevent injury to employees and others are identified here as assessing the task. This involves the details review known as job or task analysis, formal step-by-step review of the work to be carried out, identifying the hazards, after the assessment of the job task. Hazards must be identified and the risk assessed. Hazard and risk should be removed and controlled at the stage of source before reliance on safe system of work. Defining safe method. This may be done informally or orally by simple written procedure, in exceptional or circumstances by formal permit. For example, hot work permit, gate entrance or accessing permit, cold work permit, and so on. Implementing the system. The need for effective communication is paramount and must be understood and applied by employees. It should be ensured that they understand the commitment to safe through safe system. Instructions and training must be put into place and depending on the nature of the process. This may be simple, verbal, written instructions, or may need to closer supervision. Monitoring system. Performance monitorings include periodic checking of flowing. Do the employees find the system workable? Are established procedures effective and flawed? Do changes circumstances require the system to be reviewed? And there are 5 main conclusions.